Hope everyone's doing good. I don't know how, how y'all's been doing with the weather, but it has been, just horrid here. I'm in the northern panhandle of West Virginia, and it has just been, uh, like the devil's ass is sitting on you. Temperatures above 100, and I can't deal with the heat like that. That's just too much. But anyway, just wanted to jump on here real quick. I know it's been a while once again. I mean to get on here more often, but it doesn't always happen. I get sidetracked easily. So anyway, yesterday was my mom's birthday, and those of you who don't know, my mother passed away in 2022, April 6th of 2022. So it's been over 2 years, and everyone says, "Oh, it gets better," or "Oh, you find better ways to deal with it." And I used to always say that too. Um, that's not true. It doesn't get better. At least it hasn't in the past 2 years. Um, I was very angry yesterday, very irritable, edgy. Um, Basically, that "don't fuck with me" attitude. Because I was just I guess a whining mom, and I guess that's the way I'm doing it sometimes because I get angry. I get very angry because she should still be here, and that's something I'll get into on another um, live that I do. But it's just not any easier. It's not any easier. And please, 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 for the love of God, or the love of whatever, if you're in a school zone, slow down. Go 15. I mean, come on, people. It, it, they post it, that their signs posted, when you're coming into a school zone. So it's not that hard to realize, that you need to slow your roll a little bit. Um, I was going to Wheeling, West Virginia for some things today, and when I passed through um, Warwood Avenue in Wheeling, West Virginia, there is a school on the left, and you're heading south. And the school zone is marked well before, the actual crosswalk for the kids. And cars just driving through there like, it's supposed to be 15, it's in a school zone. Driving through there just like there's no damn sign, just doing whatever they want to do at the risk of children. Now, granted, there were no children out and about around that time today, but I've seen it before, where there has been children out and people just blow through that. Now, they do have a police car sitting there right across the road from it, but there's never anyone in it. So, anyone that travels the area often knows there's no cop in that car, and they just go ahead and do whatever they want to do. Um, I don't care if your children go to that school or not. My child is homeschooled, so it does not affect me directly, but it doesn't matter. They're still kids. Slow the fuck down. Don't put those kids at that kind of risk. So anyway, that's all I have to say about that. And another thing, quit using the handicap parking spot if you don't have a placard or it's not on your or on your plates. Oh, so sick of that. Sick of it. It's a bitch fest day if you can't tell. uh, let's see. Tomorrow is the opening game for this season, for football season, college football, and my West Virginia Mountaineers play Penn tomorrow. It's going to be a good game. And they're playing in Morgantown, and it is nuts in Morgantown already. There are people galore tailgating already. The hotel rooms, hotels are filling up with people, renting rooms to be there, for the weekend for the game. It just, it, I never went there, but that's like it's our home. It's West Virginia. It's our home. They are our home team. And I've got so many memories of the location um, of the field because it's literally right across the parking lot from Ruby Memorial WVU Medicine. And I remember being there with Corey when he was born, and then when he had his open heart surgery. And we stayed at the Ronald McDonald House, which was right beside the stadium. And if I'm correct, I've heard that since then, like over the past couple of years, that they've actually built a new Ronald McDonald House that is inside the hospital, actually. Now, what they did with the old building that was there by the stadium, I have no idea. Um, so our little man has always been like our little mountaineer, and he was born there and then he had to go back, for his surgeries. Um, he had an open heart surgery and then he had two other surgeries that were not related to the heart. Um, and he just sailed through, with flying colors, all of his surgeries so far. So, but anyway, it's got a special place in our heart. And I tell you what, I went to the store today, and you'd have thought that it was the Super Bowl or something because you know, bought this and bought that, and we're going to have a cheese ball. We're going to have nachos grande. We're going to have buffalo chicken dip. Couldn't think, geez, that was. And we're just going to, slop all this food together tomorrow, and we're going to eat it, and we're going to kick back, and watch the game, and we're going to cheer for our Mountaineers. Go Mountaineers! So, I'm not a major football fan, but I do like watching WVU play. I think just because we have such sentimental attachment um, to that area. So, anyway, yeah, I hope everyone's staying hydrated, staying cool, stay out of the heat. My God, I was out there earlier, had a few errands to run, and oh Lord, now mind you, our car has a remote starter on it, and I usually forget to set it and have it running while I'm in the store. I didn't forget it today, and it was well needed. It was. Um, yes, that sounds okay. Like the other day, for example, um, I don't think, you know, I. I don't think I need to hide the fact that I am not a Democrat, nor am I. See, I'm bouncing from this thing to that to this. God, stop me, help me. Um, I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm not like I said, not a Democrat, not a Republican. I kind of look at myself as an independent. I think both sides um, have good to offer. Um, that being said, I am not a Donald Trump fan. Um, it's it's a lot of things that's made me form that decision. Not that he hasn't had any good ideas, because he did, or he does. Uh, but this shit of the okay, for one, convicted felon 34 times. Um, and then there's, the issues of him, having Epstein and having parties with Epstein at Mar-a-Lago. Um, me, I was never, trafficked, um, but um, I was sexually abused from the ages of 12 to 14, and it was by a family member. So anything that has to do with that or relate to that, I I just have feelings that I can't deny, and I have a stance on it, and I hold my ground. Um, it is what it is. So I was in the grocery store the other day, and I was actually at the pharmacy there. And there was this little old man and this little old lady, and the little old man was over here picking out cat food, and the little old lady was in line in front of me at the pharmacy, and they're talking back and forth, and she's telling him, "No, don't get the canned. They don't need canned. They need dry." She was like, "What cat food?" So the guy gets what they need, and then he comes up there and he's standing in line next to his wife right in front of me, and just small talk started ensuing. Like, gee, what are we gonna do about these prices? Excuse me. uh, because everything is just through the roof. It's ridiculous. Uh, I said, I know. I said, boy, I said, we're in a bad way, aren't we? And he says, the cutest little old man, cutest little old woman, and he says, it's not going to get any better if they put her in there. We need Trump back. And right away, I was like, now, I contain myself. I'm not going to berate somebody in public like that for a few reasons. For one, I don't need to be ignorant like that. And for two, you just don't know. You don't know nowadays, because people don't argue or dispute. People don't debate. People don't voice their opinions and be okay with the fact that other people have different wishes or different opinions. People are just too quick to physically attack. And I'm not trying to get my ass shot at the grocery store. Just trying to get my insulin and then I'll be good to go. So, and it was just like, wow. And since COVID, since this political bullshit um, that's been going on since the Obamas left the uh, White House, it's just getting worse and worse and out of control. It seems like a lot of people just have chips on their shoulders and you can't tell them anything. I am open to both ideas. If it's a good idea and it's a good plan, then it's a good idea and it's a good plan. It doesn't matter who came up with it, whether it was a Democrat or a Republican. It does not matter. Bottom line, it comes down to neither one of them give a flying shit about you or your family. They ain't losing any sleep over it. I can tell you that's for sure. Um, as far as that statement uh, in reference to Donald Trump, he don't give a shit either. Joe Biden didn't give a shit. Kamala doesn't give a shit. They all campaign and tell you what you want to hear going into it so they can get the votes and get elected. I get it. I get it. That's what they do. But my main bitch here is don't stand there and tell me what the other person did that was wrong, or don't stand there and throw names and come on, you're an adult. You're an adult. I want you to stand there and tell me what you're going to do for me. What are you going to do for my family? What are you going to do for the best of this country? What are you going to do to make things better so people can go to the grocery store and not add up what the hell they're putting in their cart because they only have X amount of money to spend on groceries this month? And since things have doubled in price, I am disabled, my husband is disabled, my child is disabled. That ain't nothing to live on, I can tell you that. Uh, usually when they've got things, where you have to, like if you're filling out something, you have to put like your monthly or your annual income. We're always in the top one, which is like the lowest amount, the poverty. There we go. So, anyway, that all being said, be considerate of others, be kind, and have a good day. Stay hydrated. Bye.